This is Liam Neeson in his movie Memory. He plays an assassin for hire and has Alzheimer's in this movie. Alzheimer's is one of the four most common and well-known types of dementia, alongside vascular dementia, Parkinson's disease, and Lewy body dementia. We'll be focusing on Lewy body dementia. However, in order to understand Lewy body specifically, we need to understand dementia as a whole. Dementia itself isn't actually a disease, it's a general term. We often use the term dementia to refer to the impaired ability of thinking, making decisions, and remembering. Signs of dementia include getting lost in familiar locations, using unusual words for familiar objects, forgetting the names of close family and friends, and the inability to complete tasks independently. Now that we understand what dementia is, let's move on to Lewy bodies. Lewy bodies are abnormal deposits of a protein named alpha-synuclein. It's associated with the loss of certain neurons, specifically acetylcholine and dopamine. They affect chemicals in the brain, leading to problems with thought, motion, behavior, and mood. As I stated before, it's a common form of dementia, and being dementia, it's a progressive disease. That means that the rate of development differs greatly between victims, depending on their age, health, and the severity of the dementia. The symptoms slowly worsen over time, with the disease lasting from diagnosis to death. Lewy body dementia is a disease that shares symptoms with other brain diseases. This makes it difficult to diagnose despite the amount of symptoms one can notice. To add to the difficulty of diagnosing it, Lewy body dementia can also appear alongside other brain diseases, making differentiation even more important. There are four general categories of changes to a person with Lewy body dementia, the categories being cognition, movement, sleep, and behavior. There are other symptoms too, however, I'd like to start by focusing on these. First, movement, which can appear early during the onset of LBD, which has a large sum of symptoms. To shorten this, I'll state the ones that I'd like to emphasize more, however leave all of the symptoms on screen. Muscle rigidity or stiffness, tremors or shaking when resting, balance problems, loss of coordination, weaker voice, difficulty swallowing. Next, we have cognitive changes. These include hallucinations, being both visual and non-visual, unpredictable changes in concentration, awareness, and alertness throughout and during the days. Disorganized thought, coming out illogical and unclear, which helps with the differentiation between Alzheimer's. Severe loss of cognitive ability and memory problems. Finally, I'll cover sleep and movement-related changes, being REM, sleep behavior disorder, insomnia, restless leg syndrome, excessive daytime sleepiness, depression, apathy, anxiety, anger, fear when no loved ones are present, agitation, restless behavior, delusions, and paranoia. I won't cover the other miscellaneous symptoms for the sake of time, however, I will leave them on the screen for a few seconds. Diagnosing Lewy body dementia is difficult. Symptoms of LBD can commonly be confused for other brain diseases or psychiatric disorders. Lewy body dementia, as stated before, can also occur alongside other brain diseases and disorders, making it much more difficult to diagnose. LBD is most common in seniors, people above the age of 50, and more commonly in men as compared to women. While there are no permanent solutions to dementia, there are a few temporary ones. These include counseling, physical therapy, psychological therapy, physiotherapy, occupational therapy, speech and language therapy, alongside medication. Lewy body dementia lasts from diagnosis to death, often being between 5 to 8 years, however, can range between 2 and 20.